Hi, John the Octoc here. Today's video is about the latest, greatest Navy form, the new OPNAV 8020/6, revised February 2015. After many hours of conference calls, debate, and labor in the mines of Mordor, the perfect form to certify operators of virtually all Navy vehicles was developed. Planes, trains, submarines, and surface ships excluded. The new 8020/6 replaces the old 8020/2, the yellow form, the old 8020/6, the white form, and the obsolete 345, and any other number or color of vehicle operator medical certification form. It is also used to certify explosive handlers who do not drive any Navy vehicle, just like the old yellow form. This form is so fantastic, even the title is exciting. Department of the Navy Medical Examiner Certificate. It can be completed using a computer. It can be completed using a pen. It can even be completed using a crayon, provided the crayon is reasonably sharp. Without further ado, let's get down to business. How to fill out the form. The signature and home address of the vehicle operator, referred to on the form as the examinee, are to be completed by the vehicle operator. The remainder of the form is to be completed by the examiner or his minions, except the minions should not forge the examiner's signature. If you're a minion, remember that forgery is not part of your job description. Forgery is out. The top section, enclosed in a box, is where the type of vehicle to be operated is identified. The key to understanding this mysterious section is this. All vehicles are ranked by how stringent the requirements are for medical qualification. Category A has the strictest qualification requirements. Therefore, if you are qualified to operate a commercial or explosives-carrying motor vehicle on the highway, those would be Category A, you are automatically qualified to drive vehicles in Categories B, C, D, E, F, and G. There is no need for another exam or to use another form if you are also assigned to drive a crane, forklift, or bulldozer. Likewise, if you qualify to operate Category D, you are qualified for E, F, and G. The category corresponding to the highest level of qualification goes in the large box on the right. Explosives handlers are considered separately, but they also use this form. They are not certified using the large box on the right. They have their own special box. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. They don't get letters A through G, they get an X. The only additional consideration is for explosive handlers that also drive vehicles in categories F or G. Those are extra special explosives handlers and get both an X in the little box and an F or a G in the big box. Why only an F or a G? Because the other letters would automatically include qualification as explosives handler. For example, a forklift operator handling explosives with a forklift is automatically qualified to handle explosives without a forklift. See? Now, Category E specifically is for those that do not handle explosives, so that wouldn't be included. Explosives handlers also get their own extra large box below the little box with the X. That box is labeled, interestingly enough, Handler Restrictions 721 only. Any restrictions can be written there. For example, if a particular worker can only work at certain places or at certain hours or with certain materials or with certain equipment, that can be written in the extra large box. Why can't waivers and exemptions for vehicle operators be written in the extra large box? Because that box is only for handlers. Vehicle operators that do not meet one or more requirements may have conditions considered mild enough or controlled enough that the examinee can operate a vehicle safely. Those vehicle operators can get a waiver or exemption. Waivers and exemptions are included in the next section, along with boxes indicating other requirements or limitations, such as glasses, hearing aids, etc. That section also includes a box for those, quote, qualified by operation of 49 CFR 391.64, close quote. That refers to what amounted to an experiment that the DOT did several decades ago. Most of those drivers are no longer working, and those older drivers should know whether they are in that program. If the examiner is unsure, he or she should assume the driver does not fall under that program. The remainder of the form should be self-explanatory. Independent duty corpsmen are only to examine active duty, as only active duty fall under the IDC's authorized scope of practice. If an activity has been using IDCs to examine civilians, this is a great time for the activity to stop that practice. Repentez-vous. That brings up another issue. Civilians that drive commercial motor vehicles or vehicles that carry explosives must be examined by a medical examiner listed with the NRCME. If you don't know what that is, you are not listed with them. He or she will have an FMCSA issued identification number and must complete a DOT exam form for each examinee seeking a Category A, that's civilian CMV driver, qualification. The 8020/6 should also be completed, as that is the Navy form used to certify vehicle operator medical qualification to the driver's supervisor. An NRCME listed examiner does not need to complete the online DOT exam for active duty, it's Category B, drivers. Military service members that operate vehicles classified as commercial motor vehicles or that carry explosives, in other words Category B, do not require an NRCME listed medical examiner to perform the exam. Also, unless the examiner is listed with the NRCME, he or she cannot complete the online DOT exam form anyway. I hope that addresses any concerns or questions about the 8020/6. To paraphrase a famous riddle, one form to rule them all, one form to mind them, one form to bring them all, and medically certified find them. John the Octoc, out.